Hey you guys, and thank you guys for joining me today. For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Beverly, and for those of you guys returning, thank you guys so much for coming back today. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my mazapan keychains. It's also the same way for the badge reels. You just attach it to a different piece. So if you guys are interested in watching, don't forget to first subscribe and hit that bell notification button so you can get notified every time I upload a video. And if this is your thing and you guys are interested in learning on how I make my items, go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, you guys, starting off, we are just going to go ahead and pull out my mat. I like to use this just so it doesn't get the table ruined. I use a piece of parchment paper. As for my clay, I like to use Sculpey 3 clay. This is in the shade Tan. I like to use this method of just massaging the clay out before I use it, or some like to call this method conditioning the clay. Once the clay is conditioned, I do like to pull off little bits and pieces just to start forming our shape of our little balls so we can get them ready for our next step. Next, I use this body spray lid to form the shape of my mazapan. As you notice here, I just flatten it down. You want to repeat this process as many times needed, of course. And I also round the little corners of it just to make sure it is flat, but it is also well rounded, as you can see here. After shaping them, the next thing I use is this liquid polyclay. This is not a glue, but I do still like to use this to seal the little pins into our clay pieces. As you can see here, I'm applying it, just giving it a little push and repeating the process for all of them. I will be leaving one out because it's going to be a badge reel. As you notice there, it's the bigger one. Moving forward, I do put these pieces on a baking sheet and take them over to my kitchen. Yes, for those of you guys that didn't know, this clay is polymer clay and it does have to be baked so it can be cured. You want to preheat your oven to 275, and once preheated, I go ahead and insert my pieces in and set my timer for a whopping 15 minutes. After you pull them out of your oven, you want to go ahead and make sure you can cool down before using them next. Now we are going to go ahead and apply the sticker decal. This is clear sticker paper. I do have these available up on my shop. If you are interested, go ahead and message me on Instagram. Everything is linked down below. I go ahead and apply, but I also want to make sure that I'm not using my actual fingers to do so. That way we don't leave any fingerprints. As you guys can see, why I'm using my sweater kind of to push down. Now for the sealing part, I like to use this UV resin I purchased off Amazon and this UV light as well. Go ahead and apply a good portion without overdoing it. And once applied a good enough portion of it, I go ahead and stick it into my UV light. Approximately for them to cure individually, I go ahead and leave each one in for about 4 minutes each. Once your piece is done curing, it will turn out something like this, super glossy, not sticky. I go ahead and apply the hardware piece to it, which is a chain. And once complete, it should look a little bit like this. As you guys can see, this is it. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Made me feel like I would never try again, but when I saw you, I felt something I never felt.